Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel FPJ Made Easy. On this channel you will learn about the FPJ technology and programming from basic to advanced level. In this series of videos we started to learn about Verilog HTL from basic to advanced. For more videos subscribe to this channel by click on the subscribe button and follow us on our Facebook page for the notification. In this video, our learning objective is to describe few more lexical conventions. In previous video, we described lexical tokens mentioned in part 1, whereas in this video, lexical token in part 2 will be discussed. So let's start. A string is a sequence of characters enclosed by double quotes. A string should be contained on a single line. In expression, a string is used as an operand and assignment is treated as unsigned integer constant represented by a sequence of 8-bit ASCII values. Each character in a string has individual ASCII value. String variables are of reg types. Reg is a data type which will be discussed in the next lecture 3. Variable width can be calculated by the number of characters in a string in a double quotes and multiply with 8. Because each character in ASCII is represented by 8-bit long. Space in string is also calculated as a character. In order to understand this, consider a simple example. In this string there are 12 characters, and so we need to require to declare the space is 12 into 8, which is equal to 96 bits. So first we declare the variable string variable as 8 into 12 colon 1 as a reg type variable. We can see that in the figure, like in how this variable is stored in memory. So instead of h, ASCII 8-bit ASCII value of h will be stored at this point, and so on. There are few more points to consider about the strings. When a variable width is larger than the width calculated with the formula in previous slide, then the leftmost bits are padded with zeros. Similarly, in other case, leftmost characters are truncated. There are some characters that can only be used in strings, which is called escape characters or a sequence. For example, /n is a new line character, \t is a tab character. If you want to, if your string contains / or a double quotes, then you have to use this escape strings. Similarly, \ddd shows the octal number where each digit should be in the range of 0 to 7 digits. The second lexical token is identifier. An identifier is used to give an object a unique name so it can be referenced. An identifier is either a simple identifier or an escaped identifier. So first we will describe what are the simple identifier. A simple identifier consists of any sequence of letters, digits, $, and underscore characters. First character of simple identifier should not be a digit or a $. It can be a letter or an underscore. Identifiers are case sensitive. For example, shift with a capital S or all the capital letters used to make a variable shift. All these three variables are different for the Verilog HTL. The maximum length of identifiers can be at least 1024 characters long. If we exceed this limit, then an error occurs. One more thing I want to add here, that the identifier name should be a meaningful. It is not recommended, it is not necessary, but it should be used to make the program understandable. For example, there are few legal identifier are shown here in the example, but in the last example we cannot see the meaning of this word. So this identifier is a legal identifier, but it's a ambiguous meaning. Escape identifier are start with backslash characters and end with white space or a tab or a new line character. It includes any ASCII character in an identifier. Neither the leading backslash character nor the terminating white space is considered to be the part of identifier. For example, an escape identifier \CPU3 is treated the same as non-escape identifier character CPU3. There are few examples which shows the legal escape identifier we can use in Verilog HDL. The third lexical token is keywords. Keywords are predefined non-escape identifier. They are used to define the language construct. A Verilog HDL keyword preceded by an escape character is not interpreted as a keyword. For example, case is a keyword, but when we use as a backslash case, then we can it is not a keyword, but it is a escape identifier. All keywords are defined in lowercase only. There are few examples which shows some keywords which are used in Verilog HDL, such as module, end module, input, case, etc. The last token we will discuss in this video is system task and functions. The $sign introduces a language construct that enables development of user-defined system tasks and functions. A name following the $sign is interpreted as a system task or a system function. So the syntax is we put a $sign and then we define an identifier with the same rules of identifier and a $sign with a keyword. And they are defined in three different places: in a set of standard sets, or they are used in defining the programming language interface, or they are defined by a software implementations. For example, $display is a system task which is used to display a message. Similarly, $stop is a system function or a task which is used to stop the simulation process. We will discuss these when we start the programming. Thank you for watching this video. For more upcoming videos, subscribe to this channel and follow us on our Facebook page for the notification. Thank you.